Hey again, this is Andy from potatoesandpearls.com, and this is my third video on the Instant Pot blender. I have already done a video on the nut milk function, and I've already done a video on the soup function. I made cheddar and broccoli soup. You can check out those videos. I'll either have them up here or I'll put them down below in the description. This video, I'm going to be testing the frozen dessert feature. I try to do a little bit of research because when I think of frozen desserts, I think of those ice creams that people bake with bananas. And I'm not a banana ice cream type of person. So I did a little bit of research. I see some people like to put in condensed milk. Some people just dump in whipping cream until they feel like it's become ice cream. Some people put in honey. There's a lot of different ways that people make frozen desserts. So I'm gonna try to do a combination of the frozen fruit, condensed milk, and a little bit of whipping cream. Put it in on the frozen dessert feature and see what we can come up with. So this is a little bit like the video I did before with the broccoli and cheddar soup, where I had trouble finding a recipe, so I winged it, and that's what we are gonna do in this video. So if you want to see me test out the frozen dessert feature on the Instant Pot blender Ace, stay tuned right after this. So once again, I am winging this recipe, but we'll see what we come up with. I have 3 cups of frozen peaches that I am dumping into the blender. I am adding in 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. It is a 14-ounce can. So I'm just going to pop the lid on that and go ahead and try to get all the sweetened condensed milk out of the can. And after I add this, I'm going to add in a 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. Like I said previously, I'm taking a combination of what I saw online, and I am trying to combine it in what I feel is an appropriate ratio for frozen peaches to liquid. I have gone ahead and put the blender attachment onto the base, and I am pressing the frozen dessert feature, and it only runs for 1 minute and 20 seconds. So it's already started, and what I noticed is that the blender would blend and then let it settle, blend, settle. It never did like it didn't fully blend the whole time. But once it did finish blending, it was a straight liquid. There was no chunks of peaches left over. So it kind of reminded me of a milkshake consistency. It is liquidy, but when I tasted it, it tasted like I was drinking a peach milkshake with no chunks of fruit in it, which, depending on how you like fruit ice cream, this could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. I already owned a reusable ice cream container, which I am going to link down in the description below if you would like to check that out for yourself. I have poured the blended liquid into the ice cream container, and I am going to put this in the freezer for 24 hours. With some of the recipes I saw, I thought that it would be frozen, but I also was looking at things that weren't for this particular blender. So we're just going to put it in the freezer and let it set. It's been 24 hours and we have ice cream. It is frozen. I'm about to stick my spoon into it, or my ice cream scoop into it, and you'll see that the consistency definitely is the consistency of ice cream. It it's set. It actually set a little bit before 24 hours, but people have things to do. So I was able to scoop it out, and it's actually a lot easier to scoop out than I feel like it looks like it is in this video. So don't trust my like digging. It was a lot easier to scoop out of the container. It was very smooth, very creamy consistency. And the taste of the ice cream after the time that was the 24-hour time period, it tastes just like ice cream. I mean, I know I used ingredients that you would use for ice cream, but normally when you think of ice cream, you think of a lot of churning. You think of either rock salt or all of those other things. And this was really easy to do in the blender. Like, honestly, I may not buy ice cream again. I just imagine, like, you have that liquid consistency in the beginning. You could mix chocolate chips in there. You could mix cookie dough in there. You could mix so many things in there and come out with ice cream that's blended with other pieces. This was actually my favorite function on this blender so far. I really, really liked it. It was really, really easy. I mean, the 24 hours, but I know that if I make the ice cream with these particular ingredients, I can't eat it that day. I'm going to have to wait until the next day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have been trying to record everything I do with this blender just because it's so interesting to me. So if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'm so close to 1,000. It would mean the world to me. Once you reach 1,000 in the YouTube world, some other doors open up for you. I post here weekly about food and travel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.